What's going on, guys? Ethan Vice, 4 hours to Lincoln here. Today's show, we're going to talk about, of course, the loss to Michigan for a little bit. To be honest, I'm going to wing the show a little bit. Had news on Saturday as I was traveling to Lincoln for the football game that my grandmother has passed away. So I have that more on my mind than Husker Athletics, but I am going to deliver the show briefly uh, and then be on my way to deal with that. So uh, I'll be pretty absent this week, probably, to be honest. So we're going to wing this thing a little bit. I do want to give a shout out to my friend Jacoby McKay and his buddies. They're doing a show on Spotify called Coast to Coast. That's Coast with the number 2, Coast. And they usually open up their show discussing football, and then they just veer off to another subject, such as fast food and Harry Potter and all that stuff. So go check them out on Spotify. That's Coast to Coast with the number 2. And please don't forget to like, share, and comment on this show as well. The more likes and shares and all of that, the better things go for me. So be sure to do that. So we're going to start off with the football game against Michigan. So if you guys saw my post-game gut reaction yesterday, you could tell I wasn't really in the mood. And honestly, I'm still not, and it was just a god-awful game. Just getting our asses torn out there. The happiest guy out on the field that day had to have been Josh Fleeks after his, 70-yard touchdown run, which was against Michigan's third string. It just was not a good day for Husker football. But, I'm not going to jump on this fire Matt Rule train or anything like that. I'm not. It just is what it is. You got a first-year coach up against Jim Harbaugh, who's been at Michigan for, 9 years now. So I can't be too disappointed. And no, I'm not jumping on this fire Matt Rule thing. We're not doing that. I said it before and I said it again. His first 2 years at his 2 other schools were 1-2 loss seasons. 1-2 win seasons. So if you're on that train right now, just stop. All right, you got to give him his first 2 years. Then we can start questioning things. But as expected, we lost to Michigan. I mean, I to be honest, I kind of thought we had a little shot at them, but I ate my words, and we got demolished. That's all there is to it. Offensive line couldn't do anything. And I was watching my friend, he don't know I'm his friend, but John Johnston from Corn Nation, he was talking, if you can't stop the defender from blowing past you, then hold that, because sometimes refs don't call it anyway. So why are you sitting there letting your quarterback get crushed, And I actually tend to agree with him. Why not just hold him? If you can't just one-on-one square up with a guy, then do anything, protect your quarterback. Even if you do get a hold. Why not? And if the refs call that, then so be it. But at least your quarterback ain't getting crushed. So, I don't know. Ugly game. There's not much to talk about after an ugly loss like that. Yeah. But the good news is we can win out from here on. Well, until we play Maryland. Maryland's probably going to crush us too, to be honest. But Maybe we get better. I don't know. I'm not with the team. I don't know the team's mood. But other than Maryland, all the other games are winnable. I mean, I guess I can't say Maryland ain't winnable, but they're looking pretty decent right now. And depending how they do against Ohio State, it'll be really telling where they're really at. You know, they are 5-0 right now, but we'll see. You know, that's the name of the game. We'll see how it goes. But ugly loss. I ain't even going to go over the stats. I don't even know Luke Reimer's status right now. To be honest, you know, it was a 93-degree game. You can see I got some sun from that game. Third quarter, actually had to fan my wife out. She was getting hot. I thought she was going to pass out. So I missed a lot of the start of the third quarter as it is, but it didn't look like I missed much. We were just getting blown away. So sorry, Husker Nation. You know, I wish I had something more positive to say about this football team, but they just look like, they looked like garbage against who I think is a legit national contender. After Jim Harbaugh came back, you know, they're looking really good. So the only thing we can hope for is they do make it all the way national championship, at least. You know, at least we could say we lost to a national champion. So, you know, I'll be honest, I'll be cheering on Michigan for a season. I hope they do well. You know, we gotta hope they do to make us look better, you know. So that's all I gotta say about that. Ugly loss, again, to a great team. So that's all I gotta say about that. Moving on to some bat sports, as softball had their intra-squad scrimmage on Thursday. Scarlet defeated Cream 4-3. Bella Bacon hits a 2-run homer for the Scarlet to win the game. Jordy Ball also gets 2 hits of her own. And it would be the final scrimmage of the season. And then moving on to, today they played Omaha. To be honest, I didn't see what went on there. I just saw we beat Omaha. So good on them. It's fall ball, so it don't really matter. It's all exhibition. But to get a win against Omaha, that's good news. At least we can beat Omaha, right? In softball. But it's going to be a good team this year with Jordy Ball and company. So if you watched it, great. If not, awesome. I was actually watching the soccer game during that. So, which was a great win, by the way. I'll cover that here in a minute. Actually, I'll cover soccer right now. Going back to Thursday, we played Rutgers, who we ended up tying. First half was electric. Both teams scored their lone 2 goals for the evening. Dale got her 15th goal of the season to lead the nation, scoring both goals for the night. Second half was all Huskers, as we were right in Rutgers territory for maybe about 3/4 of the whole half. Had a lot of great open looks, but just could not get the ball in the net. Sammy Hawk, who I think is a tremendous athlete, just makes me nervous in that goalkeeper spot. She did make a huge important play as Rutgers was on their way to a clear open look goal by clearing the ball, but when there is congestion in her goal, it gets very cringy. Because she's all over the place. It's like she don't look at the ball. And look where it's going. She's just got ADD or something, and that's just how Rutgers scored on us, with her ADHD going around, and she just makes me nervous at that goalkeeper's position. It's like she tries to do too much. Like, I think she's a phenomenal athlete, but ultimately she tries so much, so hard, and it just kind of makes things go south in a way, So, I don't know. I guess I look at that goalkeeper differently. Like, I feel like you have to be not so relaxed to where you're lazy, but, I mean, she's certainly not lazy by any means. And I think that's the problem, is she's way too active, like wanting to make a play, like a crazy play every time, and she does, and sometimes it seems like she loses focus. So I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, the game ended in a very disappointing tie. Because we should have beat them. It was a game we should have won. I hate seeing two ties in the win-loss category. But I didn't think Rutgers was as good as announcers were making them out to be. But then I saw they made 11 straight postseason appearances. So I mean, they're annually in the NCAA tournament. So, I guess we did tie a good team. So, and maybe a contender for the Big Ten championship as well. The farther the season goes along, it seems that more I think the harder this Big Ten championship's going to be. I kind of figured we're just going to go in and just outright win it, with the team we have. And we have a very good team, but so do all the other teams. So it's going to be quite the race to the Big Ten title. But yeah, two great teams duking it out. I guess I'll take a tie over a loss. I mean, a tie's a tie. I don't really like how soccer has ties now. Like, there's got to be a winner. There's got to be a winner, and there's got to be a loser. So one thing I'm not liking about soccer, I don't like how you have the 2 45-minute periods and that's it. There's no overtime like there used to be. I do like the 10-minute overtime, and they need to bring that back. I don't know why the NCAA even did away from that. I don't know if it's for TV time or whatever, but most of these games are played on ESPN Plus or some streaming service as it is. So why not put that 10-minute overtime back in? I don't get it. It's really stupid to me. But moving on to the game we had today against Northwestern, and this is where I didn't really take notes because, getting the news my grandmother died, it kind of set the mood off. But so I did watch this game, and great win against Northwestern, 3-2. The refs were pretty inconsistent in this one, and once again, Northwestern gets a goal off of a phantom penalty. One of our girls went down, and somehow Northwestern just kind of flops with her, and they called a penalty on it. I don't get that. I didn't see no contact or nothing, but they got a penalty. It went through the net, but ultimately we did get the win off of 2 Eleanor Dale goals. So I think she still continues to lead the nation in goals. So that would make it, 17 for her? So good job winning this one. It was a pretty tough game to play. The only thing that sucks is Northwestern was on a 7 period or half drought of scoring. So, like, for 2 weeks, they did not score a goal, and then they finally get two against us in the second half. So it's like, so, yeah, first half we were up 2-0. Second half, Northwestern got two of their own until Eleanor Dale, with like 5 minutes left, scored. So good job by Dale. And it looked like the farther along this game got, the more pissed off we got. And rightfully so. So that does that for soccer. We are now, what's our record? We're now 8-2-2 overall, 2-1-2 for the Big Ten's in the Big Ten. So we only got 6 regular season games left. So we got Iowa, Maryland, Minnesota, Purdue, and at Illinois. And that Illinois team looks pretty decent too. So I think we can win out. And the worst is a tie. Maybe not take my word for it, but I really think we can win out and have a good run in the Big Ten tournament and secure a bid in the NCAA tournament. So that sounds good to me. Hopefully we win out, crack the top 25 even. So we'll see how that goes. With that, we had, so on Friday, women tennis went to the HEB Baylor Invite. I have no idea what, they say check the social media pages. I did. They don't say who won what, but the HEB Invite goes on till today. So I don't know what went on there. And same as the ITA All-American for the men and women tennis teams. They do have like a website where you can track their progress. And I'm not even going to bother to tell how they did until it's all over. The ITA All-American ends on October 8th, so we got some time to figure that out. So my next show, whenever that will be, I will either A, say how we did, or B, just mention the progress in that. So with that, actually one bat sport I forgot to mention was baseball versus Omaha. They had a 14-inning game. We won 18-10 or something like that. I didn't really pay much close attention to that. I didn't even watch it. I think volleyball was going on at the same time as that, so I didn't see how we did. But I saw we won that, which is great. We lost to Omaha last year in the regular season, lost the state title in baseball. Which was very embarrassing. I did not like that very much. But so it's great we beat Omaha in the 14-inning game that we had. It was already predestined 14 innings, so no matter if it was a tie or not, it's still going 14 innings. So hopefully in that 9th inning we already had them beat. But anyway, on to Husker Hoops. They had opening night on Friday night to showcase their skills. And, you can't really tell where a team is at on these things. They're talking about the women projected to do good and great and all, and that's awesome, Hopefully they beat Iowa this year. That would make things even awesomer. But yeah, for sure we're gonna have a great women's team. Nobody's raving about the men's team, it seems like, and I feel like I'm the only one that has faith in this team. I mean, you got Keisei Tominaga, you got Rink Mast, you got Blaze Kita, and of course Keisei Tominaga, Sam Hoiberg. So you got them guys. Like, this is going to be a good team, and I think this is going to be the best team of all time for the Huskers. You know, and I have a lot of people saying, "Oh no," but I don't know. I think this is going to be a great team. I really do. So I'm very eager and excited for basketball season because I think we're going to do some awesome things. So with that, I think all we got now. I'll talk about the men's golf at the Badger Invitational. It started today, and it goes on all the way through Tuesday. So, with that, right now we're currently sitting at third place on day one. Quinn Yost is also himself individually sitting at third place. So we'll track his progress and see where he ends up on Tuesday. So good job by him. He's at four under par right now. So, and the leader's at 7 under par. So good luck to the men's team at the Badger Invitational. So that leaves us with volleyball now. And we'll talk about the one on, and they had back-to-back nights. They had one against Purdue on Friday and one against Indiana on Saturday. Both games seemed really testy for us for some reason. I don't know if there's travel fatigue or we're tired of winning now, or I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we, of course, did end up winning both those games, which is excellent. We need that. But the one against Purdue, that was a doozy. That went 5 sets. And my gosh, I didn't think we were going to pull that one off, but we did, which is great for the freshman and sophomore, for this young team. And by the way, they don't like to be called young team. John Cook mentioned because he said, I forgot the exact wording, but I get what he means because of it doesn't matter how old you are, it's about how you play, which is quite the attitude, quite the great attitude to have. I think, you're out there for a reason anyway. You're playing college volleyball, you're recruited for a reason, so the term young team, they don't really like too much, and I get it. So, but it certainly is a learning experience going 5 sets like that, against and I've said it, they're a decent Purdue team, they're certainly built for upsets, but and have a great coach and all, so they ain't like puds by any means. They're a great team, but first set we looked dead and not awake at all. Like I just saw it on the players' faces. Lexi Rodriguez just had this blank look on her face. I don't know what it was. There could be locker room stuff. I don't know. Harper Murray and Heinrich Harburg Dayton. They must have had a fight. I don't know. I don't know what this goes on in a locker room or anything, but we just looked dead. We didn't look awake. We just didn't come out with any kind of emotion at all. But then at the end of the second, and then during the third set, we woken up a bit and we played what is Nebraska volleyball. Fourth set, I can't really explain that, but we just looked dead again. I don't know. But then fifth set, we ended up coasting the victory there. I mean, it was still a pretty close fifth set, but I could tell we were going to win it. But my God, there's about 5,000 challenges in that whole game, and the refs were awful. When the ball's hitting antennas and whatnot, and I'm saying for both sides of the court, not just towards us. I mean, they were just awful, an awful officiating crew. Like, need their eyes checked, I guess. But with that win, it marked the first time in program history we won 5 consecutive top 25 matches. So, that is a doozy in itself, apparently we haven't won 5 consecutive top 25 matchups. So that's good. That's great. And in fact, we're off to our hottest start since like 2008 or something like that. So, a lot of great history in Nebraska volleyball, and we still haven't managed to accomplish that feat. So awesome. I have no complaints, I was sure biting my nails during this game, but we haven't accomplished that feat yet in the 5 national titles we have and stuff. So that's something to be said. So, and in volleyball, it is getting tougher as it is. Like it's getting more and more tough each year. But yeah, Purdue, we won a 5-set hard-nosed match. So great job by the ladies in that. And then, of course, last night we played Indiana, and I caught glimpses of this game. I actually didn't get to watch all of this game because I was on my way back to Beatrice from the football game. So we had it on the phone on the way home, but I didn't really get to watch much of it. I know we lost first set, though, which was very surprising. And again, maybe we just weren't awake then, We were just, I don't know, travel fatigue. I had travel fatigue, and I was only driving 4 hours to Lincoln and stuff. So I guess I couldn't imagine how these ladies feel going to Indiana. I don't know. But they also went to California and swept Stanford, so I don't know. I don't know these ladies personally or anything, so it's hard telling. But we did end up beating Indiana in 4 sets. It seemed like after that first set, we woken up again and beat them in the next 3 sets. So once again, good job, ladies, for getting off to a 13-0 start. We're 4-0 in the Big Ten now. So we're hoping to continue our winning ways, and we'll probably have a colossal match. 22nd against Wisconsin. And I think the first one's going to be at home, so we need to win that one. If we beat Wisconsin at home, I'll be more forgiving of a loss the next time around when we're at Wisconsin, But I know we need to get Wisconsin once during the regular season. It's an absolute must. I am so sick of losing to Wisconsin, and we just need to get the job done. So hopefully we are undefeated when we play Wisconsin, and maybe we have them in our minds right now, and John Cook needs to remind us that we got other games to play too. So that could be a factor too. Maybe those ladies are thinking ahead to Wisconsin now and not actually focused on what's going on right now. I catch myself as a fan doing that, so maybe they're doing the same. I don't know. I know this is a very talented team, and that this can be a national championship team. They just got to stay focused, take one game at a time. It is hard as a fan. When you're used to winning, you're looking forward to that big match, and sometimes you can get caught in a trap or something, And maybe that's what we're doing right now, and we have to be reminded annually that there's still a season to play, that gotta focus on one opponent at a time. So, but like I said, we broke through whatever we had going on. We're 13-0 now, and we're continuing winning. So hopefully, like I said, by the time we meet Wisconsin, then we can put a beat down on them. So that actually does it for all the sports this week. Like I said, it's a shorter show. I got other stuff going on in my life right now. So there probably won't be no midweek review or anything like that. I actually got to travel back up to Nebraska on Wednesday for a funeral. May God have mercy. So it's been kind of an emotional weekend for me personally. But it'll be all right, life happens, and there's more important things in sports sometimes, and I gotta remind myself of that. But with that, guys, I'll read off what we got going on in sports next week. So other than the golf tournament and the ITA regionals for tennis, so the golf tournament goes on till Tuesday. ITAs go on till the 8th. So that's still another full week of tennis. So we got that going on. And I'll try my best to pay attention to that. But we ultimately don't really have anything until Friday other than those two things I mentioned. But on that Friday, it actually starts a long slate of things till like the 22nd. From that Friday all the way to like the 22nd, there's like a sport going on every day. So I will mention what's going on those days if I can pull it up here. So starting on Friday, you have the Scarlet versus Cream intra-squad for swimming and diving. Then volleyball at Michigan State. We got a football game at Illinois this Friday. Great. Should be winnable. Like I said, the Big Ten West is trash right now. That can be anybody's conference, but we definitely got to win those games. But the Big Ten West is winnable. And to be honest, if you don't win the Big Ten West, then you're just like bottom of the barrel. It's pretty bad. Then Rifle actually opens their season up. I don't know if I thought they're a winter sport, aren't they? So on Saturday they have a home, what do you call it? Not a game, but a rifle meet against Ohio State. Softball will play at Kansas City. Baseball versus Cloud County Community College. So, all right. Soccer versus Iowa. Softball at South Dakota State. Got volleyball at Michigan. Then you got Sunday, which is softball game versus Creighton. Women's golf on the following Monday at the Dale McNamara Invitational. Men's golf as well at the Purdue Fall Invitational. Then on the October 10th, Tuesday, you got the Red-White Series Game 1 for baseball. following day, they have game 2 of that red-white series. Then on Thursday through Monday, so from October 12th through the 16th, you got the... Oh, okay. So the women do have their very own ITA regionals. I thought it was the men and women, so I apologize for that. So it's just the men right now at the ITA regionals for tennis, while the women are at that Baylor invite. That makes things a lot less stressful for me trying to see who's where. But we'll get the results from the WEB invite and ITA regionals. And then, okay, October 12th through the 16th, you got the ITA regional for the men. Okay, tennis is confusing the hell out of me, guys. Moving on. Thursday, October 12th, you got baseball, red-white series game 3. You got soccer that day against Maryland. Then Friday, October 13th through the 15th, you got bowling actually starts up at the Motive Penguin Classic. So we do that one every year. So, and of course, bowling with their, 8-9 national championships. Going for double digits this year. October 13th, you got the Platte River Rumble for cross country. That's their last cross country meet before the postseason. Swimming. Oh, and did I even mention what we did in cross country? So women actually claimed a team title. Men got last. Berlin Schultz didn't get win though. She got 5th, which is still great, but she didn't get her 3rd straight championship. But congratulations to her. Then you got on Friday, October 13th, the swimming and diving meet at Minnesota and South Dakota. Staying on Friday, October 13th, volleyball versus Michigan State. Saturday, October 14th, we got softball versus Colorado State. Same day, swimming and diving at Iowa State. Softball plays another game against South Dakota that day. Volleyball plays Penn State on that day. Rifle on Sunday, October 15th, will be at Air Force. Staying on Sunday, softball plays a doubleheader against Colorado State. Soccer will play at Minnesota. Sunday through Monday, men's golf at the Little Rock Invitational. And that's the whole slate of things. That's clear until the 16th of October. So a lot to go through from this coming Friday all on through October 16th. So be a lot of things to go over in that slate. But I'm going to sign off here, guys. Like I said, it's been a roller coaster of emotions this weekend. So probably not my best show, but I'm still here to provide a lot of what goes on in Husker Athletics. I try to go over it all. I know tennis and golf, I don't really do the best job of it, but I'm learning. Yeah, so I don't know when my next show will be. Yeah, but I certainly won't have no midweek catch up on Wednesday. That's for certain. So it'll be at least after Wednesday when I get something pulled up. So hopefully you guys stay patient with me on that. Yeah, from there, guys, I don't really have anything else to say about that. So I'm gonna have my own little sign out here from the movie Bill and Ted. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but they have a saying on there: "Be excellent to each other. Go Big Red."